Has the housing crash been canceled? Not so fast. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting polo punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. It's going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Has the housing crash been canceled? Whew, insane this stuff that we continue to unpackage. Congratulations to everybody who stayed with this channel. I know it's been a roller coaster ride to say the least, and nobody's experienced that roller coaster ride more than yours truly sitting behind the camera today, who found himself an essential worker in a health crisis. Interest rates dropped, inventory stifled, all courtesy of a health crisis, not for the crisis we're not talking today. And I was pushed out to stimulate the housing market. That is exactly what happened. Stimulus programs, stimulus measures, and stimulus money injected. Helicopter money, funny money. Pumped this economy way too red hot and then kicked the can too far down the road. They let this thing get into a massive, not just a garden variety housing bubble, a mega bubble, a super bubble to never seen before highs in record speed. FOMO was created in this bubble. Over asking price offers, waiving inspections, pulling the trigger in a bidding war, not knowing the health of the house. Dangerous roll of the dice. Dangerous roll of the dice. And many people right now, as the air is being let out, in big trouble. Big trouble. Why, you ask? Well, of course I'm going to tell you, because there is an elephant in the room that people seem to want to ignore as they minimize the severity of a super bubble that was artificially produced due to the measures I just mentioned to you. This is big. You see, it's so insane to me that anybody would rule out a housing crash. How narrow-minded. Any time the housing market has exhibited bubble behavior, they've crashed. Not 1% of the time, not 2% of the time, 100% of the time. That's scary stuff, my friends. So anybody rolling it out, this time is different. I have to politely disagree with you. The only thing that's different about this bubble than previous bubbles, worse, bigger, faster, more volatile. But what are some of the symptoms, some of the blowback as we read between the lines and look between the cracks of what's really going on as we throw the playbook out the window, knowing the data won't save us. It didn't save us in the previous bubble. How could it save us today? Insanity. Well, I'll tell you, for me, one of the many elephants in the room is what we're seeing currently play out right in front of us. Somehow people think it won't affect the housing market. Layoffs are occurring in record numbers. We've reported on this. Amazon laying off workers during the holidays, the first time in company history. That is not a good barometer or temperature check to root for no crash here, to root for everything is rainbows and sunshine. But we're just scratching the surface, the tip of the iceberg. Everybody's doing layoffs now. Every day a new report comes in that another mega company doing layoffs. And here's the challenge with this one. All the companies that got euphoric, that are doing these layoffs, grew big in the bubble. They benefited from this crisis, right? And the people that didn't benefit were the service sector jobs, the blue-collar wage earners. And the people that benefited was those tech industry and white-collar wage earner jobs. The flip has occurred. Now the only jobs available are blue-collar jobs. That's why I hear people taking 2 blue-collar jobs to maybe earn what they were making with their white-collar. But this is the front end. You see, you got to understand, this is just getting started. This is the first inning, the correction phase of an economic downturn. And people holding on to data as data lags behind, and how trustworthy is the data that they're giving us anyway, as they try to control the way you think and keep you in the dark and keep you like a herd of cattle with herd mentality. You think they're telling you everything that needs to be told? I don't. I certainly don't. I didn't trust this thing from the beginning. It never passed the smell test from day one for me. That's why I'm here with you today. Yet, a lot of people got that in the rear view mirror now, unaware of what's going on. They're numb. They're completely numb with this. And they're going out and buying houses at the top of the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history, even though we're seeing a reverse course take place in the majority of the country now. prices have either stalled or reversed course. That's the front end. What you think it's somehow when the government imposes more rate hikes or pauses or reverses course, that's going to magically fix anything? I wouldn't bank on that. I certainly would not bank on that. But the realities are this, friends. We're seeing more job layoffs in the white-collar wage earner job sector ever recorded in history. We're breaking all the wrong records, right? And all the white-collar wage earners buy homes. All the blue-collar wage earners rent homes. How do I know that? Yes, well, I'm in real estate, and I'm actually a landlord myself. Multi-tenant commercial and residential properties, and I help people buy and sell real estate all day, every day. And I talk, and I come to camera. I do a lot of this stuff to raise awareness, ring the bell, sound the alarm, because I can put people's needs before my own. I can earn their business later. Path to wealth isn't by owning your house, it's by owning other people's houses. It's not by buying in the top of a super bubble, it's buying outside the bubble. You're not and the thing is you're not in trouble in real estate when you buy at the wrong time. You're in trouble in real estate when you sell at the wrong time. So as you see inventory flood in, especially brand new construction that started these projects prior to interest rate hikes, and now they're about to be delivered in record numbers never seen before, brand new inventory coming online. I mean, flooding these markets. And now that we're back open again, people that fled to certain areas of the country to think they're going to improve their quality of life, now understanding there's no reason for them to be. Everything's just in a tailspin, in my opinion. So anybody that just wants to sugarcoat this and feel like we're out of the woods now, I would be very careful about that. I always like to give things a year. Give it a year. I think by the end of this year, friends, we're going to see a lot of the blowback. It'll be very revealing of what exactly is going on. But the realities are what we do know, what's going on right now. Our layoffs are sweeping America in big numbers, and it's all the demographic of people that bought homes. There'll be some I think they're going to have to try to implement more safety life vests for homeowners. We've seen mortgage forbearance, we've seen foreclosure bans, we've seen a lot of these stimulus measures and programs implemented to manipulate these markets. They're probably going to try to offer people mortgage forbearance again or loan modifications, put the balance on the back end of the loan. But people are going to be in big trouble because if you can't show the ability to make any payment, you don't qualify for those programs. And we got a lot of people being laid off right now, and we're just getting started. I don't think we're going to see those stop tomorrow. I think we're going to hear of another company doing layoffs and another company. And then because of our digital diet today, people are going to get swept up into fear and panic. And we've always said the coined phrase from our good friend Warren Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy, greedy when others are fearful, which tells us, as if we're reading between the lines and looking between the cracks, when all the greed and the funny money was in these markets, people poured in, the heavy hitters got out. They're on the sidelines, just like you, many of you, many in yours truly. Greedy when others are fearful. Fear is now sweeping these markets, and they're rubbing their hands like this. But a lot of people drank the Kool-Aid. The majority, I would say 95% of investment firms drank the Kool-Aid. That's why we see the amount of new construction now about to be delivered into the worst possible environment. They drank the Kool-Aid. They threw caution to the wind. My job is to make sure you don't throw caution to the wind, that we proceed with caution, understanding the waters we're swimming in. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history is a reversed course. And people are getting laid off as we speak. And not just any layoffs, big layoffs. And not just any big layoffs, white-collar wage earner layoffs from companies that have never laid off before. Never, always hiring. Not anymore. Everything is changing. Heed to the warnings. Be cautious right now. A lot of your areas are showing buying opportunity. But if we're going to buy in this environment, we got to make sure a couple things pencil out just as a precaution. Cost to own. What would it rent for? I want to make sure if I ever want to turn this into a rental, if I have a payment, that it's going to cash flow for me, or at least be a break even. I don't want to underwater upside down asset where I owe more than it's worth without the luxury of being able to have someone else make that payment if something happens. So I'm going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with the links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. We will see you on the next video.